All right, so welcome back. Let's dive right into how a script actually works and what are the key rules. Well, the first rule is that it must be in the present tense. This is because our subconscious mind actually thinks in the present tense. If you don't believe me, just think back to your dreams. If you can remember your dreams, I know some people say, well, I never dream. Well, everybody dreams. You just might not remember your dream. And so if you can remember your dreams, you can look at what tense your dream is in, and you'll see that your dreams are always happening in the present. They're happening in the now. There's a part of us that only understands this present moment, and that's the subconscious mind. So that's rule number one. Rule number two is to involve the five senses. This is really important. So these basketball players, as they were visualizing themselves doing free throws, they weren't just seeing it, they were hearing the ball go through the net. They were feeling the ball in their hand. They were watching it, right? So involve as many of the senses as you possibly can. So what would a script look like? Let me give you a quick example. Let's say your goal is to become financially independent. All right, so what you would do is you would close your eyes, and maybe financial independence to you, maybe that's having time with your family. So you visualize yourself at the beach, and you're there with your family, and I want you to see the ocean. Go ahead and look out and see the ocean, see the waves coming in. Can you hear the waves? Kind of that rhythm, that hypnotic, mesmerizing sound of the waves coming in over and over and over. Maybe you can hear the palm trees swaying in the wind. Maybe you can feel the wind. Maybe you can feel the sun on your skin. Maybe you can taste that barbecue that you're having on the beach, and smell the barbecue, or smell the salt air, and feel the sand between your toes. So that's one example of how to involve the five senses. That's kind of what we're doing. Let me give you another example. Let's say your goal was to, you want a new home. So what you'd want to do on your script, you'd write these things down. You'd kind of go through the experience. So I'm here now at my new home. So this is what my script would say. I'm here now at my new home. I'm opening the door. I feel the door handle in my hands, and I'm opening it up, and I'm walking in. I see the beautiful wood floors. I can smell that fresh house smell. There's fresh paint and freshly cut wood. I'm going in, and I'm turning to the right, and I can see the fireplace. I can see the mantle. I see the bookshelves. I look to the left. I see my kitchen, all the different appliances. And just really get into it and bring as much of the five senses as you can. What does it sound like? Maybe you hear the door, maybe you hear it open a little bit, or you can hear it shut behind you. You can hear your footsteps walking into the house. We're making this as real as you possibly can. That's the goal. That's why we want to involve the five senses. So it must be, number one, in the present tense. Number two, make sure that you involve as many of the five senses as you can. Hopefully all five. Try to get them in there. And then number three, make sure that your script is positive in nature. So a lot of people, when they're doing their script, though, maybe they have a goal of quitting smoking. And so they'll say things like, okay, I'm no longer smoking. And they say, or I'm no longer overweight. And they kind of state it in a negative. Well, the subconscious mind doesn't really understand negatives in that way. In fact, it doesn't really get that you're asking it not to think about it. For you not to think about it, you had to think about it. So, for example, if I were to tell you not to think of a black cat, of course, a black cat jumps into your mind. And it's the same concept with writing a script. If you're writing the things that you don't want in your life and things that are kind of negative, your subconscious mind is just going to think about them even more, and you could be conditioning your mind in the wrong direction. So that's one of the challenges of doing this. So let's review the rules. So rule number one, present tense. Rule two, involve the five senses. Rule number three is keep it positive in nature. So leave the negatives out. So instead of, let's say, well, but Adam, I really want to quit smoking, so I want that in my script. Well, instead of saying, I want to quit smoking, you would visualize yourself living a healthy lifestyle. You would focus on that. So you never want to resist any negative energy, anything like that. So anyway, I'm going to show you how to put this all together. In the next video, we're going to go deeper into how to actually apply all of this and some practical steps to making this a reality. So I can't wait to see you on the next video. See you then.